Hi, it's Tim Hagen from Progress Coaching, and welcome to another episode of Coaching Conversations. And I wanted to make you aware of something very cool that we're doing on a subscription basis, and we'll put a link in each one of our episodes. But every Wednesday, we're going to be doing what we call an audio podcast workshop. That workshop will be roughly about 14 to maybe 20 minutes per episode, with each month having a theme from a coaching model, using feedback strategically, to coaching self-awareness, and so on. So if you could look in the body or in the content description of each episode, and you will see a link where you can join this subscription. These are literally 4 workshops every month, teaching specific strategies to address a particular area of workplace coaching, as it relates, again, to things like awareness, motivation, teamwork, and what have you. Here's the cool thing. It's only $10 per month, and each month you will get a handout that we will follow along with. So we also give you a tool for you to take notes as we go through each episode. We hope you'll check it out.
When starting a coaching conversation, it is critical we understand our objectives. And there can be really multiple objectives, but let's discuss 2 primary objectives. The first objective is, what is the overall objective? What are you trying to achieve? So let's take a recent conversation I had with a manager who was struggling with an employee who was exhibiting a very non-team-like attitude. And he had shared with me that this person was even exhibiting a negative attitude and other people were starting to complain. And as our conversation continued, I realized he kept going back to what other people had said. So I asked him, I said, well, have you noticed it? He said, yes. I said, great. I would not bring up other people. He said, oh, why? I was going to. I said, because that person that you're starting to build awareness of where they have an opportunity to improve, notice I just reframed it for them. They're going to start thinking about who said it versus what they need to improve. And the manager looked at me and said, oh my gosh, you're right. I said, look, it's not about being right, but think strategically how you're going to start. So the overall objective is you want this team-like attitude to be more energetic, more engaging, more collaborative. He said, well, yeah. I said, what's your first objective with this conversation you're about to have, which is really your first one? And he stopped, he paused, and he said, well, isn't it the same thing? I said, no. Your objective is to plant the seed, to build awareness, to gain momentum, to hopefully gain traction mentally that you can start scheduling time together so you can have a continuous pursuit of helping this person improve. And he stopped, he looked perplexed. I said, well, let me play it back for you. I'm going to coach this person and you're going to pay me $1,000 up front. And he started laughing. He said, okay. And I said, you're going to pay me $1,000 up front. And I absolutely guarantee you that this person's attitude, their ability to collaborate, their team-like attitude will dramatically improve within that 1 hour. But I need that $1,000 up front. I said, are you going to give it to me? And he started laughing. He goes, no. I said, so what did I just reference? He said, it's a process. I said, yep, what else? He said, well, it's not fair to that person. I said, it's also not fair to you. Those are pretty tough expectations to put on your shoulder, even though you didn't even know you were doing that to yourself. So remember, when we start our conversations with people, what's our overall objective? What's that conversational objective? What are the questions, the activities that you're going to utilize that will allow you to achieve that in that conversation versus the overall objective?
Thank you for listening to another episode of Coaching Conversations by Tim Hagen and Progress Coaching. Now, our company is always coming out with new and innovative solutions to help leaders coach their employees. And recently, we just created a new service called Coach to You, where leaders can pick and choose topics and assign 7 to 21-day programs for employees to learn and, more importantly, apply actions and then reflect and share what they're going to do going forward as a result of the learning. It's called Coach to You. We're literally bringing coaching to your employees. If you're intrigued, we'll have a link in each one of our episodes where you can get more information. And again, thank you so much for listening to another episode.